So someone posted this in the past week or so, but what would you think, Z, of the idea of running pairings? You have FABER with Brodeen, Middleton with Addison, Spurgeon with Hunt. Not in that order necessarily, but just those would be the three pairings.
I've seen a lot of people saying like Hunt should be like in consideration to like make the roster at a camp, but I think he took a big step forward last year, but I don't know where that really came. Like, I don't know where that I see it all the time now. Like, and I know, like, just listening to Russo when he does his podcast, like, he gets so many questions specifically about like Damon Hunt playing in the NHL this year. I think
funny because a year ago it would have been O'Rourke.
Right. So I don't know where that necessarily came from, but again, I've said this a million times at this point. Hunt was like, he took a massive step to AHL this past season. He played a style of hockey that like you have to play in if he's going to be a pro hockey player in the NHL. And I think that it's clear now that there is a future for him to be an NHL regular at some point, but it's not this year. Like, could he be in the mix towards like the end of the year to like get games just to, just get a run? Sure. But like, I just keep seeing people being like, oh, he's got a chance. Making it a camp. Like, I guess so. Well, there you go. That's why. So it's interesting, but if he's going off, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that'd be exciting, I guess, but I think he's still got a lot of runway before that happens. Again, especially like right out of camp. I could see the call up. That wouldn't surprise me, but
yeah, I'm not saying out of camp. I'm saying more like if we went into the playoffs with those three pairings, do you like the way those pairings work, or is that a concern?
I mean, it's tough to forecast like how I'd feel in the playoffs, I guess, at this point, because I mean, at that point, that would assume if that happened, that's assuming like that Hunt makes the tee or like gets a call up and then just doesn't lose a spot and is a stud for the rest of the year. I guess then I like the idea of the balance, I guess. Again, I don't know about playoffs this year. Who knows? Like, I have no idea what they're going to look like day one. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think overall, I think there's good balance in those pairs, though. Like, Middleton's a solid defender, and
Middleton Addison would do things to me.
I know they would.
I'm telling you that is the definition of forming the mega person from Kicking and Screaming.
yeah, exactly. There you go.
Just throw them up on your shoulders and form some mega person.
Some mega man, yeah. I think those pairs, what I would say again, they complement each other well in terms of like their profiles as defensemen. So I get the thinking, but I just think that'd be pretty aggressive to it's aggressive forecasting like any line or D pair, I guess, already for playoffs. But
I mean, I think it's pretty reasonable to forecast the second line and most of the first line.
Nah, can't do it. No, can't do it. Maybe Addison will be a right wing again.
It worked for Newman.
It did work. Man.
God damn it.
Yeah. Prospect Showcase. Can't wait. Love it. One of my favorites.
Seems fun.
I also like seeing the guys that get invited that aren't necessarily like signing contracts or whatever, but like I saw Chase Coward's going to be there for Minnesota. He's one of the goalies from Moose Jaw, so he obviously knows Damon Hunt fairly well. Excited, but there's a bunch of players like that though. They got a bunch of WHL guys coming, especially in the back end. So I think like half of, or more than half of the defensemen for Minnesota that's going to be at the showcase are from the WHL. So that's always interesting. So they'll just be fighting everybody, I guess.
So
you know?
Isha's just gonna be
He's gonna be
So-
his marbles. Yeah.
just straight up Randy Marsh ectoplasm gif.
Yeah. UFC on one screen and then prospect showcase only when the entire decor for Minnesota is made up of the WHL guys on the other screen. He's gonna love it. No QMJHL guys though. That would drive him. That would be. He would lose it. Best league in the world.